Mother, when will Denise awaken? She's barely even opened her eyes.
I do not know. She's lucky there was a doctor that was able to rush to her aid so quickly. He treated the worst of her wounds and stopped any infections. We will keep an eye on her. Make sure she doesn't take a turn for the worst.
I wonder what happened to her.
I wonder as well. It's unlike Mary to allow a child this young to travel alone. I'll write her. She's probably concerned about Denise's whereabouts.
No, don't write her.
Denise, Mother, she's awake.
Don't push yourself. Denise, your family needs to be made aware of the state I found you in.
Right, Amice, not Mother.
Fine. We'll write to Amice in the morning. I do expect you to explain what has happened once you've recovered your strength. It is not an everyday occurrence for my young niece, who lives villages away, to show up at my door half dead and covered in burns in the middle of the night.
Mother, don't be so harsh with her while she's in such pain.
My words would only be harsh if they hurt her. I know that look in her eyes. It's the same as her uncle's. Whatever she's done, she has no regrets about it. Now I suggest you both get some rest.
Don't let my mother scare you. Denise, she does not have the most gentle of tongues. But she is worried, we all are. You should rest, little cousin. I'll fetch you a cup of milk and honey to aid your sleep.
Hey y'all, my name is MomoMorgana and welcome back to the Sims 4 Ultimate Decades Challenge. As you can see from the machinima, Denise has she literally pushed through all of her injuries. She didn't really stop to take care of them, and when she ran away at the end of the previous episode after her terrible fight with her mother, she pushed through and somehow or another made her way to Willow Creek, appearing at her Aunt Thelka's door, completely injured and covered in burns that had become infected over time. And that's beautiful. And yeah, luckily for her, Thelka and the daughters who were staying with her, who I'll go over their situation in just a bit, were able to get in contact with the local doctor real quick, especially considering Denise came there at such a terrible time in the night. And he took over the worst of the injuries and disinfected them. You know, I think they used vinegar or wine or something back in the day, but he disinfected them. And, you know, she still clearly has some other scars that would clear up over time. I know it's technically been months, but let's pretend that it's very soon after. But yeah, so her scars are healing little by little. She's in Willow Creek. She's recovered quite a bit. And yeah. So all things considered, she's fine. She's staying in one of the extra rooms that her Aunt Thelka has with her cousins. So let's go over the situation in Thelka's household. So, first and foremost, we are here. As you can see, there's a lot more people in here than there probably should be, considering all her kids are grown and out of the house for the most part, or at least they should be. So Thelka's still here. She has not decided to marry again, and she's pretty okay, right? I'm sure you can see the abundance of toddlers at the bottom. But Joan lives here. If you were keeping up with the Where Are They Now side household update, you know, Joan kind of stayed at home, and Joan has had some children out of wedlock. Her first child out of the wedlock is this little girl named Asa, who'll be aging up very soon. And she recently had twins, Edwald and Vincenzo, also out of wedlock with a different man. So I'm not exactly sure her plan is or what's going on, but oh god, Asa and Thelka have a difficult dynamic. That's your only daughter, Thelka. Anyways. And recently Elena, who, long story, but she was living in Willow Creek. Sorry, no she wasn't. She was living in Oasis Springs, got pregnant out of wedlock, stayed there for a few more years, and then eventually realized it would probably be best to move back home. So she also came back home with her daughter and the one she just recently had. The daughter she already had, her eldest one, Ada, is right here. And the one she just pushed out is Melota. These two also have different fathers. So It's a long story. If you want to know what's going on with my side households and these sisters, I highly recommend you watch my previous side household update, and the next one will be out actually pretty soon because my side households that I got rid of control over are moving on quick. So I might actually do updates every 5 years instead of every 10. So we'll see. Y'all let me know. Would y'all want it every 5 years or whenever I see that they're doing something crazy? It'll probably be every 5. But anyways, so Denise is here. She's still recovering for the most bit, but she's kind of gotten used to the routine and she's able to move and walk around a lot more. So her, you could probably see the bandages kind of sticking out from her clothes and stuff here and that terrible burn on her chest, but I don't think I don't know, I don't think it's stopping her from being herself. She's not as self-conscious about it as someone else probably would be, or someone would expect a woman like her to be, but who knows? So she's getting used to the way things are here in Willow Creek and how things are going. She loves her family and she's really glad they've taken her in and taken care of her and gotten her all the help she needs. She loves her little baby cousins and she thinks they're all adorable and everything. But her plan hasn't necessarily changed. She still wants to move on and find herself someone who requires her, who wants a companion, not necessarily a wife, but requires her services, right? So she's out here. I did not even know there was a balcony out here with this stuff on it, but she was out here eating. Just pretend this in the background is medieval and not suburban. And yeah, so she's having a great time. She's chilling, everything's fine, but she still has a goal in mind. So while we're here in Willow Creek, before we go see what the main household is up to, because they've gone through a lot as well, before we go see what they're up to, we're going to take a moment to see if there's anything or anyone Denise could kind of get into while she's here in Willow Creek. Who would be best to go after? So let's get her out the house for a second. I'm sure she's done being coddled and looked after by her aunt and cousins, especially Elena, who is the soft-hearted cousin and the one she's closest to in the house. So let's see. I have taken a look at Willow Creek to see who would probably be a little interested in Denise and what she's got going on. These people are family, so we're not even going to look there because that's her literal cousin. So these are the kings and queens. I don't think they require her services. Honestly, I think they're all doing pretty good. There's so many heirs in here. I really don't think they need her services. And the crown, the heir prince is old, not old, but he has a wife and a family and everything. And I don't think he's really interested in searching for a mistress. This Duke family, however, is a little different. I know this is aiming really high, just short of the king, but hear me out. The Duke and his wife, they do deeply love each other, but they only have 2 daughters. The wife has a daughter from a previous marriage, and then they have a little daughter together. She's not interested in being pregnant all the time. And while they are enamored with one another, he does need an heir to take over, so it'd probably be wise for him to find a mistress who could bear him an heir, right? Because his wife really doesn't want to, and he's not going to pressure her into like pushing out a bunch of kids, right? She's done it twice before and she's like, no, right? And they're in the position where she doesn't have to. I don't think she feels too strongly about that either way. So there's the Dukes, who, as ambitious as it is, I think she'll try, right? They don't have a nanny, so worst comes to worst, she could say, hey, I'm a nanny. Maybe she could be like, oh, I'm having a difficult time finding work, especially as a woman and with my scars. They might be like, just cover them up. She's like, why? I don't know. But who else? These guys, who are that alien / spellcaster household that, I tried to get the men to get with Denise with. Amice, and then, one of them killed her. The one that killed her is not in this household currently, but there are a handful of guys in here who I think she might be interested in. And they are already married, so maybe we'll check them out because the household is full, but I think individually they have a good bit of money, so we'll see. Some of them are aliens and one of them is a spellcaster, and I'll find the other ones in a different world at some point. But I'm trying to stick to Willow Creek because she's here. If things don't work out here, I can imagine she'll be like, well, thanks cousins for the help. I have to move on. I don't think she's necessarily told them that her her grand plan at living life is to become a mistress. So, and then there's these guys here. These guys definitely adopt. Something's happened here. Something has happened here from the last time I did anything. You? Why did you follow him? You're married. Okay, I think the game got confused. This is actually the crown prince's wife. I need to move her. Who are you? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why this girl moved in. Something happened here. That's none of my business. But technically speaking, there is this old duke here. He is old. He has no heirs, or he had one son who decided to abdicate his own position and move out. And so he has this other guy taking over, Sir Ulysses, to be the next duke as well. There are two duke families in my gameplay. And I don't know who this lady is with her kids. I'll figure that out at some point. But I wonder if the old duke is interested in having, I don't know, a companion in his old age. He's almost an elder, you know, a companion in his old age. Or if the young Ulysses, because right now he has a wife and a daughter, if any of them are interested in a companion of sorts, right? That household crashes every time I open it. I don't know what's going on with that lot, but I never touch them. I just let them be. Y'all are... We could go with Gabriel's stepson, which... oh boy, that's a lot of lore as well, but I don't think we're gonna touch this household either. And everybody else... Oh, actually, I could touch this one as well. This one is a bit more complicated. Long story short, one of them was almost king, but then wasn't king, but he ran off and married a hybrid alien woman with blue skin, similar to Amice and Sybil. And they got married. They had 2 kids together, a son and a daughter. The son is this red one. Don't ask how he turned out red when his mom was blue. I have no answers for that. He never remarried after his wife died, but his son recently got married, and I don't think they have a child on the way. But I wonder if Denise could kind of get in with this old guy or his son. His son has the hostile trait, so I don't think he's gonna go for it. But maybe we can seduce his father, you know? Maybe do you want some more sons running around? I know you have 1 son and 1 daughter. You want another one? We'll see. But those are my options for now. So I think we'll spend this episode, amidst everything else that we're doing, taking some time to see Denise's prospects. So now that that's all said and done, I'm done running my mouth. Actually, these guys are technically wealthy, but their house is so small. Well, we could try this house. We could try this family as well, because this guy here, Vivian, 1, he's a spellcaster, and 2, he's a little older than her. I can't remember who he almost married. I think he was one of the people that almost married Marjorie. So he is an adult, close to being an elder. And this is his wife, this actual elder here. And it looks like they've got like 3 girls, right? So I wonder if he's interested in having a son or a companion as his wife passes on. We'll see. But they have a bunch of horses and dogs. But I mean, I don't care about the house. I can fix that, but we'll see. This is a peasant house, even though it doesn't look like it. All right. So I guess we'll start small. We'll start down the street, right? Let's start with the spellcaster house. And see what we can get on with these guys. Okay, here's the house. They don't need horses. They clearly don't have room for it, but I don't know. A part of me wants to turn off the ability for these households to adopt cats and dogs, but at the same time, I want to give them a bit more freedom. But they, some of these households are annoying because the cats and dogs breed and have, you know, more kids faster than than the game has my Sims have kids most of the time. So it'll literally be a house with a family and I'm waiting on them to have more kids, and then their horses, dogs, and cats, mostly their horses and their dogs, there's like 9 of them in the household, and I have my household set to 12. So it's 3 humans and 9 cats and dogs, and it gets on my nerves. So I don't know. I might put a limit in MC Command Center about how many dogs are allowed in each household. Because I think that's really annoying. But anyways, that has nothing to do with what's going on. This is Vivian. He is old, so let's give him a friendly introduction. He can be like, hi, I'm new to the village. I'm just getting to know people. Wow, he already doesn't like her. That's not a good sign. He thinks she's a goofball. Why? You don't see this poor injured girl? She thinks he's pretentious and he thinks she's immature. He saw right through her, just like that one spell. I wonder if spellcasters just see through her, because the other spellcaster from Henford and Bagley had the exact same thing, where he thought she was immature and she thought he was pretentious. We can pickpocket food, but I don't think we're there quite yet. Just kind of get to know him, I guess, but it's already not going well. Let's just get to know him. Is this your daughter? I don't know. He's ambitious. Oh, we love a hardworking man. All right, well, Victoria wants to chat. Sorry, Aunt Victoria. I guess she's trying to figure out where we are. Well, he literally ran away. He ran away to go check on his horse. I guess that was his excuse to leave. I don't think that Vivian was that into it. He was friendly enough after the initial meeting, but don't even think he wanted to hold a conversation with us, which is sad, but true. I literally am looking at your wife right there, but whatever. He said, I know I married a woman older than me. That's fair. I keep clicking on Managed Worlds. I mean to keep clicking on travel. But let's try... No. Let's try a different household. Okay, this is the one with the old almost king and his alien son and his young daughter, who is beautiful and also not an alien. So he had one human passing child and one not so human passing child. So she can empathize with that. Oh, they actually already kind of know each other. Interesting. Don't know how that happened. Well, give some money to Kellen. He should give some money to us. He's way richer than us. We have nothing to our name. Don't let the household funds move you. But let's see. Can we get to know him? Hi, Mr. Kellen. How are you? I guess he must have heard about the situation in the village. I guess word must have spread. Maybe he came to visit and see how things are going. Don't empathize with him. Maybe give him props, I guess. Just keep talking to him. Kaylin has discovered that we're an alien. Oh my god, is he racist? I just saw their bar go down and he stopped talking to us and started doing push-ups. Your wife was half alien. You married a woman who was blue. What? I looked in the panel to see if he didn't like occults, but I can't prove that. Okay, well, I guess he's insane, has trust issues, well-balanced. Oh wait, did I find out all his traits already? Insane, trust issues, well-balanced, hot, and charming. Well, 2 of those might be an issue, and I guess that's why he stopped liking us. I didn't even say anything about occults. I don't know what she said, but I didn't bring it up. These demonic creatures telling a story about mermaids. Sure. Okay, well, clearly he's not going for it. We could try his son, but I think that might go even worse. To be honest. I really thought Denise was going to be like the seductress compared to Amice, her sister. But things recently have been showing otherwise. This banner is in the way. It's crazy. Let's see. This is a nice house. Oh, I thought your son was here. Is he in the back? No, I thought he was here. Oh well, like I said before, I didn't think it was going to work out much anyways. Oh well. Well, on to the next house. All right, we're in the spellcaster alien household that I showcased a few episodes ago, back when we were on Amice's second run of husbands. And, you know, there's some familiar faces, some not so familiar faces. I don't really remember who everybody was, TBH, but let's see who we can find. Yeah, this guy is still part of Amice's pick, so let's try to be respectful. Let's not bring up our sister, just in case. Let's not bring her up quite yet. Ooh, okay. Oh, you hit it off with both of them very quickly. Okay, you hit it off with this guy more than the first. Raphael, they both think that they're interesting, and she thinks he's attractive, and she knows he's an alien. I guess they must have felt it on each other. Okay, and you think he's attractive. He thinks you're immature because everyone thinks you're immature. And I think he's also a spellcaster. All spellcasters think that Denise is immature. I guess they must sense something on her. And she thinks he's interesting. I think he's interesting too. And this isn't the brother who murders people, as far as I'm aware. But you did get a really deep understanding of Parker off the bat, so I wonder if we could get to know him, I suppose. You know, I had to do my classic ask them to stargaze and all that. I think these two would make some cute kids, do you not? Well, it is late at night. I know he's feeling a bit peckish, but I wonder if he would like a little compliment on his appearance. Maybe we'll come back later and do more if he wants. Okay, no one asked you to strip. And you're both doing it. Okay. Okay, well, you didn't actually do it. You just took off your clothes, which is a bit early for that. Could you please at least flirt with the guy before you start stripping? At least see if he wants to see all that. Wait, okay, he's getting hangry, so maybe now's not the best time anyways. Alright. You know, it's late, Denise. Maybe we should call it a day. Call it a night, actually. And head to bed. You know, we can try again with him later. But so far, he seems like the best bet. But we also haven't visited the Duke's residence, and there are a couple more males in that household I didn't really get a chance to see quite yet. But we're gonna have to come back to Denise later and move on to everything we have to do on this next day. I can't reveal the house quite yet, but our horse is dying. I just put down horse shit for you, and you want to die? All right. Well, bye, horsey. It is early the next day in the new Smith household, so let me give y'all an official grand tour of the home. It is like 3 or 4 in the morning, and Mary woke up really early. She's feeling pretty bad. One, the horse just died, and I'm sure she still feels pretty guilty and bad about, you know, how Denise and her spoke to each other last she saw, and she still doesn't know where Denise is or if she's safe or okay. And yeah, so she's just feeling pretty worried. But in the meantime, let me show you the home. This home is by the person whose name I forgot, but it's definitely on the gallery. It is absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. It is a much smaller home than the lot, which is why it's a bit awkward. And I added onto it quite a bit. So if something looks a little out of place, that's more on me than the creator, to be completely honest with you, because this is meant for a much smaller lot and I can't build to save my life. So let's start from the bottom. So there's 2 entrances. I don't know which one's the actual entrance. You can enter through here, enter through here. I don't think it matters much, but I believe this is the front door. They don't have like a living area anymore, but I think this is set as the front door. And this is their kitchen. It looks really nice. It's a bit compact, which makes me worried about fires, but I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but this is their kitchen. They've got like a little bench here. This is their new stove, some counter space, all that, all the cool things. And I don't know why you aren't working. How does work? These are off the grid items. I don't know. My game is acting like some things aren't off the grid, but anyways. So this is a new area, which technically could have been turned into a living room, but it's actually like, I don't know what it's called. I'm going to call it like a workshop of sorts. So essentially what it is a bunch of places for them to do various activities that could possibly get us money. So we have crocheting here. This is pottery making, which I think would go very well with them and their skill sets. This is the loom. So I still do want to kind of get into the loom more. And this is where they'll put their wines and stuff. We still have some wine in there from the actual house. And here's a bench for anybody who wants to like chill and relax and whatnot, right? If we go up again, there's, oh, these rooms are connected by like this little staircase here. And so you come up the stairs, there is laundry that's already starting to pile up as people get ready for the day. There's a lute for anybody who wants to enjoy some music. here's the master bedroom, which is where Mary sleeps. It's very big. Yeah, very big. The baby's on there sleeping. But yeah. And gosh, if we come here and go into the hall, there's a toy box, some stuff for the toddler potty, and the kids' room. We only have 3 bedrooms instead of 4. Let me stop doing that. We only have 3 bedrooms instead of 4, so the kids from now on, unless we have the room, will all pretty much be stuffed into one room, which is a little unfortunate, but oh, look at them being siblings. But it's gonna have to work for now, and I think it will. And, those are not buttons I meant to press. Boop. And here is the secondary bedroom, which is where Annabelle is currently sleeping, and it is amazing, and I love it. Now you might be like, where's the bathrooms? Well, they're now outhouses. It came with one originally with the house. I added an exact replica. And yeah, so this is their new outhouse. There's 2 bathrooms instead of 3 that they used to have. And so far, no showers, but who knows? Maybe I'll throw one in there. But for now, 2 bathrooms, a bunch of rocks and whatnot over here. Trees, foliage, all that cool stuff. Here's like a little mini pond that they have, almost at lake. They can gather water from here instead of having to go all the way to the big pond in the middle of the circle. And they can fish from here as well. Well, I can stock pond with fish. Oh wait, can I not fish from here? I can just stock the pond with the fish? Well, at least we can go to the pond that's nearby to fish if we can't do that. But I can't remember if you can actually fish from there or not. I put this down, right? You can clearly see that, yeah, it's meant to stop here. But I put down some hay for the horse, who's no longer with us, so it doesn't even matter anymore. This is where we'll be selling some of our home good wares, since the women can't really get a stable job. And let's go to the back, which is where you can clearly see that I touched it. I'm the one in the wrong here. But here's a little farming area. I made it much, much bigger than our previous one. So this will be a mix of what we need for the wine plus what we eat to survive, right? I forgot to get another cow. But here is our cow shed. I have the that mod, that free range mod. I just didn't feel like using it for this specifically. And here I have sheep for wool, some silk farms for when we, start doing some silk stuff with the loom mod. And there is, are y'all not part of the... Okay, some of them wanted to be part of one and some of them didn't. And some bees from we need some honey every now and again. I put down trolls and whatnot. But clearly the horse isn't going to be using them because the horse is dead. And here's a tree that the kids can climb whenever they desire. So, that's it. Oh, and there's laundry and wine right here. Winemaking right there. But yeah, that's it. You can see I don't know how to do anything. But I think because, yeah, I didn't really change much, just the inside of the house a little bit. But the most I changed was this room right here. Y'all can't see my mouse, but like this room here. This is the most I changed, but that's in some of the bedrooms. And yeah, that's it. This is the house. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. I absolutely love it. I love it so much. And yeah, but because, on the bright side, because I chose a house that was so small on this lot and we haven't really needed to change much, I do now have 69,000. Be mature. Has over 69,000 simoleons, which is really good, which means we're technically middle class again, or possibly even gentry. I actually didn't check. But for now, we're going to be living simply, because that can easily change with, our taxes. I still don't know how much our taxes are. Let me see. This. Our taxes are so cheap. Our taxes are like 1,000 simoleons. Okay, that's fantastic. So this gives us more opportunities, but I already gave them a peasant makeover. So they're going to be living like they're peasants and just live way below their means for now until maybe further down the line, perhaps when Stephen's older, they can say, okay, we're making enough money to actually make this worth it. So that's the plan for now. But let me get these guys situated for the day. Because we actually have a few cool things to do. So first and foremost, let me get these guys to eat. Stop whatever you're doing. Yeah, go. I'm gonna have everybody stop and eat for a moment because it's actually Agnes's birthday. So please, if you could not do that, I'd greatly appreciate it. So we are off the grid as well. So I believe, yeah. So I'm gonna have everybody get ready with their chores and everything for the day, and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Denise is not Denise, wow. But Agnes is really not having a good time right now. But never fear, Agnes. It is your birthday. She's aging into a child, so that means we do have to roll for her to see if she survives. So I have my D20 on off screen. Also, every time I click off screen from this point forward, my UI is being weird. Every time I click off screen, my G shade turns off for some reason. So when I do that, it'll look different for a few seconds while I take care of that, but it'll be okay. So we want to avoid the numbers 9 and 19. So I'm going to roll. Okay, she got a 15. I got nervous. So yes, Denise survives. Not Denise, Agnes. Lord, Denise is heavy on my mind, clearly. Agnes, you survived. She's not having a good time. She feels pretty let down. She wonders where Denise is. All the kids want to see Denise. She wants to see Denise. Okay, Alberta doesn't care right now. But Stephen wants to see Denise, so I think they all just a little worried. They weren't there for the fight. I don't think they'd understand or anything like that. Stephen might blame himself, so maybe it's best that he isn't aware of exactly what's happening. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and age up Agnes so we can give her a makeover and see what she's like. So, come on, Agnes. And then you and Stephen can play. Ooh, and we can see what friends you make around the village because Stephen made quite a few interesting ones. I wonder what you'll be like. Let's see. She is street smart. Okay, maybe it comes from this new peasant lifestyle she's had to read. So she's savvy and practical knowledge of the world. So, okay, I think that makes sense. Like she's not easily conned or fooled, especially because she's a woman. They probably might think, oh, she's from a family that's fallen. They probably think she's probably just, what's that word? I don't know. Like really, really want something and willing to be tricked into it. They probably just doesn't think she's as savvy and smart as she actually is. So I like that. I think it makes sense, especially with this new savvy personality, because at this point, sorry, especially now with this new peasant life, quote unquote, that they have, because technically they have more money than they did before. It just cost a massive downgrade in their lifestyle. So I'd imagine that they're just, I don't know, the conversations they have around the dinner table don't necessarily reflect the way they appear outwardly. So a lot of people are like, oh, they fell from grace. Their new generations are going to be just like the regular peasants. And they're like, no. So I guess she's kind of a planner for the future as well. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not really sure how to make of that. But I like that she's like, you can't really get over on her. All right. She's antisocial, which, sure, I suppose. And lactose intolerant. I could keep it. I know that's technically not part of the rules, but I make it part of my rules. But honestly, we can get a better trait when she ages up again. So I'm just going to stick with street smart and asocial, which is interesting. So, this doesn't even matter. I'll use mental. I'll say that she thinks a lot. Wow. I'm telling you right now, you do not have these bruises. What a thing to age up with. So let me go ahead and give her a bit of a makeover and I'll be right back. Okay. I don't know. Cooking? Sure. I pressed books and said cooking. That's crazy. All right, here is little Agnes in her peasant garb. You know, they can't let the people know they got money, you know, just trying to take it slow, be humble for a bit. Maybe that's what the family needs, a little bit of humbleness, right? So this is her. She is so cute. Oh my gosh, look at her when she's not bloody for some reason. Now, I'll just scale through her outfit. So peasants outfits, but not too dirty or anything like that. A few fancy ones thrown in here and there, quote unquote. But yeah, this is her. I think she's adorable. She's got her hair in this little ponytail. So who knows? I wonder what she'll get up to. All right, phone. Come on, you were doing so good. I wonder what she'll get up to, the friend she's gonna make, and we'll find that out in just a moment. I forgot that her brother is purple and she's turquoise, and Albretta is a completely different color as well. All right, let's head out. Okay, so it seems that Denise is sending Annabelle a letter, which is interesting because she didn't want a letter to be sent to her mother, but to Amice. So I guess she's sending one to Annabelle since Annabelle had really nothing to do with whatever Denise and Mary's problem was. So I guess she sent this letter to let her know that she's all right. She is in a safe space with family and, you know, just saying, you know, she's recovering from wounds and probably most likely will not be back in Hemford on Bagley. So, all right. Oh, well, and all right. Stephen, are you done with the sheep? I'm gonna take that as a yes. Also, if any of you use the loom thing, it's saying that I need to, well, no. Is it no? Okay, the feed option is gone. But, it said I was missing something to feed them and I don't know what that thing is. So if you know, please tell me. Anyways, now that Denise is depressed and it is 5 p.m. But, this house looks so good. I don't know why it's blue in this hallway. Interesting. Don't know why it's blue in here. But whatever. I'm just going to take Denise out to hopefully make some new friends around the village, right? Oh, actually, Denise, do you want to... I don't think there's a job she would want to do, right? I don't think they necessarily need to do a beggar job or anything like that. Honestly, I expected them to have way less money at this point than they do. But whatever. Let's see if she can make some friends. She's not really in the mood, but who knows? So let's see. Okay, well, her cousins are gone. They were still there last I checked. Oh boy, I can't wait to give y'all an update about what's happening in here. Wait a damn minute. Oh, wow. Oh, something definitely changed. All right, so... there's these kids in here, these Harrington boys who are about to be teenagers, but... I'll keep them as Stephen's friends for now. She could try with some of the other boys from this werewolf household. He became friends with the human one, but there was still a spellcaster and a werewolf in this household who are around her age, maybe a little older, I think. There's this girl. Oh. Okay, Alondra got married to somebody in here. Interesting. But, so much is happening. Okay, there's a little girl in here who's also older than her, but she can try to befriend her, Sally. There's, okay, the little girl in here aged up. There is no little girl. There's a lot of werewolves. She could definitely try to meet with her distant cousins, these blue ones. They're definitely closer to the same age because they aged up after Stephen. So probably closer to her age, a little older. There's no kids in here. She could be friends with a Slack. Yeah, because Chaya ages up this episode, so she'll be a teenager, but she could befriend a Slack. He has a while. They don't have kids. And yeah, she could try with, oh my god, Amice gave birth. I forgot that was supposed to happen. Interesting. I'll visit her tomorrow because I have to age up the kid into an infant anyway, so whatever. Let's try the blue skin cousins because we never really get to see them and Stephen didn't really befriend them, so let's see. Maybe she's street smart enough to get along with them more. And then we'll take a quick little peek at Amice because I forgot she was pregnant and I didn't think she was going to give birth this soon. I did not realize how tired she was, but hopefully she can pull through. So this guy named Joe, we're going to pretend it's Joseph. So Joseph, come talk to Morgan. You know, I don't think her and Morgan are cousins, but her and Joseph sure are. And then there's two more over there. And hello? Why do you hate her already? What introduction did y'all have? Okay, he doesn't like her for some reason. Maybe Morgan and her get off better? Okay, Joe's an ass, clearly. Alright, well, maybe we'll have another day out for Morgan in the next episode. Maybe we'll let her rest. She's clearly not in the mood for it, and her cousins are being rude, so they're also pretty much not in the mood for it. So let's go visit Amice and the baby she just had, apparently, and see what's going on when there. Alright, here we are back in the Woodard house. What's your last name? Woodson household. There we go. Amice has given birth to a little baby boy who they've named Rodrigo, and I'm honestly willing to keep it. So it's not anyone's birthday today. So, okay, so he was born today, so I'll be back tomorrow anyway, stage him up. So maybe I should have just came tomorrow. But anyway, oh, wait. It's your birthday too? I'm glad I looked in here because I did not have that written down. But while I'm here, I guess we'll see if she and the baby survived, at least. So I'm going to roll a d20 off screen. Yes, my screen's about to look weird for a second, but rolling a d20. If she gets a 1, she did not survive the birth. If he gets a 5, 10, 15, or 20, he did not survive the birth. So let's roll for Amice. And she got a 6. Okay, I got scared for a second. So she survives. And the baby, he got a 14. Okay, so Rodrigo also survived. Nice. And I guess I'll come back tomorrow to see if he's aged up. But let's go visit another saved household. We're really jumping around, huh? All right, it is a stormy, stormy day in Willow Creek, and I almost called her Agnes. Wow, I'm getting Denise and Agnes really mixed up for some reason. But Denise is back with the guy she was talking to before. This one here, the spellcaster, what's your name? Parker, yes. And I guess she's kind of come up with the alibi that it started raining and she's scared to walk back in this thunderstorm, especially with her injuries. And asked to seek a refuge here just till the rain lightened up. And of course she's going to have... She's asking for advice. Why are you crying? Oh, about the horse. Okay. So she's going to keep getting to know him and all that. She's left everybody else at home. And she's just gonna keep getting to know him further. I don't remember which one is his wife. To be honest, I don't remember which one of these ladies is his wife. But I don't think that she necessarily cares. Ask if single. She's too scared. She's too sad. Okay. Well, for now, I think building relationships without jumping the gun is helpful as well. So, wowee, that sim. Hold up. Wowee, that sim is irresistible. Denise has a major crush on Parker. Okay, his wife is Eloise, who is not in here right now. Is this her? No. I don't see your wife around. Where's your wife? You know? So her and Parker just became good friends. I wonder how he feels about her, how attractive she thinks he is. How do you feel about a bold pickup line? Okay, whatever's going on here, he likes it. So, can we ask him to be woohoo partners? Talk about swinging. We're not your girl. We're not your girl. Maybe attempt to seduce, possibly? Dogma Blarfin, indeed.
Thanks. Kuser and Goyas, Kuf. Opitash Hagrip. Yaba.
Yaba?
Nirabu.
Are you gonna do it or no? I'm gonna take that as a no, because you didn't do it. Oh, you're doing it now. Okay, he's into it. So I wonder if, like, we can hold his hands. Will you accept anything physical? Question mark? It is deep in the late. It's late in the night. Oh, he likes us. Why would you do that? Denise. Okay, it worked out, but don't be weird. Don't be weird. More kisses. Let's do a first kiss. Just to see. Okay, that went up quick. So I wonder if we can... Oh, the mischief sign ruined it. I can't believe this is working. Okay, don't get the cake. Don't get the cake. I want to see if he would be willing for us to just be... Oh, gosh, where is it? I think it's under the other tab. Relationships. Change relationship. Not romantic partners. We don't want... Well... We don't want them to break up. I want them to be woohoo partners, specifically. I saw the option on a different person, not queer platonic. Displays of affection. Wait, what can I do? Tongue down. Flirt. Hug. Should I say romantic? Just to make things easier? Okay, well, if that's what he wants, I think it'd make things a bit easier because she's not getting married and the romance is definitely more physical, but there's something there for sure. Okay, he agreed. Does your wife know? Though this went way quicker than I thought it would. Parker just became the partner of Denise. Interesting. Did you just... I did not tell her to do that. Parker? Parker? Did y'all wake them up to do... Did you wake up your... I don't know who this person is. Wake up someone in your household so you could use this bed? Is this because this was the closest bed? Y'all couldn't keep your hands on each other for that long? Okay. Well, I was not trying to do this right now, but if Denise wants what she wants, who am I to stop her? I guess she said, let me make sure this is real right now. Okay. What? I thought I was going to be spending quite a bit more time on this, but clearly Denise has found who she has targeted, and he has agreed. I can't believe he said all that about Amice and went for her little sister. Okay, that was crazy. I normally don't do this, but this is technically a side household. So I'm perfectly willing to have her take a pregnancy test. Ooh, or should I wait and be surprised? I'll take a pregnancy test because I actually have to know what's happening for her storyline so I can act accordingly. She's not part of my main household, so I have to move accordingly. Is his wife now? This is not his wife. Are you pregnant in it? Okay, please. Are we pregnant? How are we feeling? She's so smug. She is so smug. I heard it. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, well, you know what you have to do now, right? You have to let him know. You have to let Parker know. So, paternity testing. Ask to marry due to having a child together. Tell, Parker has not been told. That's what I'm trying to do. Announce unwanted pregnancy. Don't announce that it's unwanted. Just announce that you're pregnant. I should have changed that for her. I should have made her want pregnancy, but I never touch it. Is there a kinder way to go about that? Whatever. Just announce it. Let's come here. Here we go. Now she can have a sob story. She can be like, oh my gosh, this was such an accident. I got pregnant. I can't take care of the pregnancy. What if something happens? I'm still injured, blah, blah, blah. She's perfectly fine. She's just scarred, but... So she's letting him know. Wow, that's some loud rain. And he's... he's not having it either. But she's like, you are, you know... You have to do something. Please. I have nowhere to go. Wait, they're still having the conversation. Okay. Really? He's like, oh, my wife's gonna kill me. Not if I'm your official mistress. Propose. Break up. Oh, right, because I made them partners. No. I don't want them to do all that. Woohoo, unconventional project. Not kiss and grind. Jeez. Oh, I literally can't find it. I wonder what they can do. Not definitely medieval interactions are not gonna help. Asked to engage in couples expanded woohoo. Okay, that's not helpful. Discuss hopelessness of future with baby, Benon not having his birth control. You're not getting that. Organize to provide for the baby. There we go. So they're gonna have a conversation about what to do. I know this is really quick, but this is 1 day is technically 3 months, so just pretend it's been some time. He's like, hey, I live with my aunt and my cousins and their children. It's really cramped. I can't be bringing in blah, blah, blah. I need you to help take care of me and the child. You know, you can say that they're yours. I don't care, blah, blah, blah. So I think they talked about it. Parker's kind of seeing the upside. And Denise is feeling really confident because now everything's kind of come together. Shared dismay. Okay. Yeah. Everything's come together from this. So maybe running off to Willow Creek was the best idea for her because this was definitely not going to be happening for her in Hemford on Bagley. And look at this cool looking witch she gets to have a baby with. That's so cool. Shout out to the creator. If you're watching this episode, you watched one of the ones where I introduced him. But if you're still here, I'm really excited to see what your Sim and Denise baby looks like. And Denise get pregnant 3 times. So this is her first pregnancy and we'll get 2 more out of them. So hopefully whatever she's pregnant with survives all 3. Well, all 3 survive. Okay, it is the next day. I don't know why I'm on a Slack because it's not his birthday. It's Chaya's birthday. Yeah. She is aging up into a teenager, which means it's time to roll. So, we have to avoid the number 7 for her, right? And I can't say what I want to say because I'm really bad with jinxing my sim, so I'm just gonna roll. Boop, 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 boop. She got a 7. Oh my god! I was about to say, wow, I hope she doesn't die. No! No! What about my plan about her and potentially, what's that guy's name? Stephen! This is so tragic. Okay, so why are you dying? You're rich. I know you're hungry right now, but that's not like a thing you really have to worry about. Gloomy, determined, slow-witted, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So maybe she got into something, right? She was determined to do something. It was a bit reckless and she died, right? I don't know. That's what I'm going with. She died rather recklessly trying to do something that she had no business doing and it cost her her life. All right, well, let me see what you would have been at the very least, Chaya. That means it's all on the Slack now. I feel so bad. Ivo's whole bloodline, Cornelius's bloodline has just had the worst luck of it. Are you not going to age up like I asked you to? Right? Because did I accidentally press you? No. Yeah, Cornelius's bloodline, because none of his children are alive. Ivo was the one who lived the longest and had the most children, being 2, because everyone else died. And now his eldest of his 2 children isn't even... Yeah. Are you... Okay, whatever. Clearly she doesn't want to age up, so I'm not even gonna bother doing that. All right, so let's just I'll say urban myth. Yeah, maybe something got her. Okay, wow, she didn't get no gravestone. Disrespectful. All right, well I guess we'll head on out. That's really anticlimactic. Well, hopefully aging up Rodrigo will make me feel better. Don't know why I'd say that out loud either. All right, so he's aging into what, an infant? Let me all right, so we want to avoid numbers 12, 16, and 18. So let me roll. He got a 14. Okay, I thought that was about to be a strong 12. So, Amice, my love, could you come please age up Rodrigo, and then we can give him a makeover, and then you can get pregnant again, and everything will be really cool. Oh, wow. That's a look for sure, Rodrigo. What a look for sure. You are a wiggly infant. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Not exactly sure what this hair color is, but it's fine. I'm not making fun of your hair. I'm just curious about where it's come from. Okay. Okay. All right. Here is Rodrigo. He is adorable. It's interesting that all the kids have different color hair, but considering one of them is a blue-skinned alien, one of their parents at least, I'm not too surprised. I do want one of their kids to have Amice's blue eyes because she's the only Smith we've ever had with blue eyes, especially that shade of like, I don't know shades of colors. Blue, like ocean blue. I don't know. Someone's gonna be like, that's seafoam crescent. I don't know. But yeah. Hopefully someone gets her blue eyes, but he is super cute. I can definitely see a bit of Thomas in him, but I think he has Amice's eyes. I'm not sure. But yeah, adorable. And she's pregnant again. And clearly not happy about it. What a face. Imagine if this was the thumbnail and this is the only reason, like, it's there. Just because she found out she's pregnant again. But yay, pregnancy number 4 out of 8. Just 4 more, girl. I'm getting it out the way for you. And also just in case you don't survive to be a young adult. I just realized that mod came with cotton plants, and in order to like make the cotton yarn, instead of using wool to make cotton, like using the medieval cookbook mod, you needed to use the cotton plants to pick cotton, make wool from there, or make yarn from there, I think, something like that, and then use this mod. And the silk, I think, is by the same creator, and the silk I needed I don't know, other things. I don't really want to introduce CC plants to my game because I already have so much other stuff, right? Because there's so many CC things out there, like CC peaches, CC apricots, CC, you know, cotton and pecans and stuff like that. And I think it's really cool. But for my sanity and for my already really full mods container, I'm going to stick to mods that I know I'm really going to be using. And since the medieval cookbook and most recipes don't call for those things because it doesn't really exist in game, I'm not going to worry about getting it. So for my sanity, we're just going to say that they don't have access to these types of things. We'll save the sheep stuff. I don't know. Hopefully I can sell it at the table, right? Then we can just say we're selling freshly sheared wool to people. And then we can just use the proceeds from the table to buy this cotton fabric and just pretend. So Stephen sent Mary a letter confessing his love for her. How many times are we going to have to go through this? However, she's been divorced for a long time. All of her children are, well, the ones that are alive are grown and no longer live here. They're off either married or doing something else. She doesn't have to worry about Amir because he's been gone the longest. If I press go on a date, will it make her go on a date right now? Because I don't want that to happen. Okay. So I guess these two are going to go out, which makes sense for what Stephen's going through, but I will explain that in the side household episode, or maybe next episode when these two go on a date, because it's what Stephen's going through is very relevant to why he just did that, which also makes sense because I didn't go over this quite yet because there are other things happening, but Mary actually pulled the want to flirt with Stephen. there was just so much other drama that was kind of at the bottom of the drama list, but I guess we'll keep it in our back pocket for now that Mary does want to initiate or, you know, have some type of relationship with Stephen. But anyways, the kids are hungry, so they can all come eat venison. It is the final day of the year, and to end off, we are going to be aging up little Leonardo into a toddler. But first, we of course have to roll. Now, seeing as he is an infant turning into a toddler, we do have to avoid numbers 4, 8, and 12. So I'm spinning off screen. Pay no mind to the... Okay, he got a 10. There we go. He survived. Huzzah. So let's get... who's closer? You're here. You're all the way down there. All right. Let's get your father to come age you up, Leonardo, and then we'll see how you are as a toddler. All right. Leo is a language savant and fussy. Nice. And here is little Leonardo. He is really cute as well. And yeah, I really don't have much to say about him, but as soon as I load it in, something's going on with the Amice, so we're going to follow her to the hospital. And well, not follow her. She's what are we going to say? They rushed to find a medic, a doctor, or a midwife who could come because she felt that something was going awry with this pregnancy. So once we load back into the game, I'm going to get her situated, and I'm hoping that she's not having a miscarriage.